because you didn't do the work beforehand to say to yourself, what do I want? What do I need? What's going to work for me? What's not going to work for me? Spiritually, how do I want to live my life? Where does God play a part in my life? If so, how? What's the practices? What do we do on a regular basis? Do we have an open home, a closed home? Do we go out? Are we social? Are we like not? And so when you really get to know your triggers as well as your pleasures, you can actually design a life that is right for you. But if you hate bugs, it would really be so sad if you married someone who loved hiking and camping, because he would never get to go hiking and camping, and you, if you ever did go with him, would be resentful the whole time. And so you really do want to curate, what is my purpose? What's my soul joy? How do I want to build a home? The more work you do on the self, and the more clear you get with how you want to live and who would live best with you, right? You don't want problems, quarrels, arguments, tension, unnecessary drama, right? You want someone who's aligned with your values and aligned with your belief systems. So the more you get clear on what your values are, what your belief systems are, what are your pleasures, what are your triggers, what is all that, how do you want to live, and you design that, well, guess what? Now a lot of men are not going to fit in to the vision that you have worked really hard to understand and create that with yourself. Bob Proctor speaks about this a lot. Layla Hormozi did this with Alex. Tony Robbins did this with his wife. I have personally done this with my husband. And the list goes on and on. If you want an epic love and a phenomenal marriage, you have to get really clear with yourself about what is epic to you, what is phenomenal to you, what does that look like, what does that feel like, what does that sound like. And again, the clearer and clearer you get, the more limiting and linear you get. And therefore, the more specific you get, general population will no longer fit your specificity. So being open-minded, while it's great for matchmakers, because you make your job so much easier that we have more women to set up more men who aren't so rigid. It's actually a sign that they become more often to know what you need and become the way you want to be. And so while it's not pleasant to be picky. Really hard questions on date number one. You're not here to waste time, and if it's not a big deal, they're happy to talk about it, right? If they don't want to don't do that. If they don't speak to their expert, they're like, hey, I don't feel too happy. It's only uncomfortable if it's actually a problem situation, which is if they just in regards to dating, because all it means is that you're open to whoever, which is a generic sense of men, instead of specific understanding of what healthy behavior is, looks like, sounds like, and is a practical application during the dating process. So you have to see yourself as no longer sincerely and hopefully other people around you, that you are not relying on anyone to save you, you are not relying on anyone to give you the right information. And I want to marry another person who and align with the value of a practical application of living, and to avoid drama, triggers, and so much tension. And one of the biggest reasons for no and not need other people to tell you you should, be with somebody who, believes what you believe, or no, you don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Just be open-minded and try anyone. I remember when I was first dating, I had so many people tell me to be open-minded. So many people told me to be, just try anyone. Don't be so picky. And I thought to myself, that is like literally the worst advice, because it means that I don't know what I want. And maybe a lot of people don't know what they want, but that is a problem. To not know who you are and what you want in specifics, in details, in practical application of daily life is why people don't stay married. Because if you marry someone who has a totally vastly different lifestyle and value system and faith system, then how do you expect to feel genuinely supported and loved during the mundane, during the daily, during raising children? And so I really want you guys, the next time someone says be open-minded in dating, say to yourself, I rather be specific, selective, and have my standards. I don't want to be open to everyone, because then I am not right for my one. I don't want to be open to everyone, because then I'm not right for my one. And if I really believe that I have one soulmate for me, then I need to know my soul. I need to know what's right for me. I need to know what's good for me. I need to know what brings me joy, so that we can live in an active, joyful state together. So the next time someone says be open-minded in dating, tell them, God bless you, but I know my worth. I know my standards, and I've done the work to know that this is actually the biggest decision I will ever make in my entire life that impacts my mental, physical, and spiritual health. And this is the decision that I'm going to be selective on. There is absolutely no way that if you had $1 billion and you had to look for a business partner, that you would be open-minded to anyone who could be your business partner and have access to your bank account. Fuck no, right? You would say, I am looking for someone who's been in business for a long time, who a lot of people recommend, who already has their own money, so they're not going to just take my money because I have $1 billion, but they also have $1 billion, which means if they're coming into my life as a business partner, they're probably not trying to take my billions because they've already done it themselves. When you are in a state of awareness of the fact that a marriage relationship is like a business relationship, then you can see it in a much clearer way, that you wouldn't just share your billions or give your bank account information with anyone. You would really make sure that they had the specifics you need for your business to grow in the exact stage that your business is at. If you're in the beginning stage of business, you wouldn't want a business partner. Or if you're further down your business and you've already been doing it for 10 years, you don't want a business partner who just started their business 6 months ago, because they're not going to have the skill sets, the awareness, and the experience to really work with you in your stage of life. So too with dating, and so too with mental and emotional health. If you've been working on yourself for 5 years or 10 years, and then you find someone who's only been working on themselves for the past 6 months or a year, you are not going to sync up in your ability to communicate effectively, in your awareness of self, in your awareness of what you need, in how not to get triggered or how not to put the other person down when you're feeling threatened. Like, you will not sync up. And if you believe, and if you believe that you can force healing on someone or force change on someone, then that actually is codependency, which is a disease, which I actually healed from and I'm always healing from. So it's so essential that when you're dating and someone tells you to be open-minded, you see that as the biggest red flag, and you say, you know what? My mind has been thoroughly worked on. My mind has spent hours and months and years getting to know who I need and who I am. And the majority of men are just not going to fit that. And I'm okay with that, because I'd rather be single and alone and happy than sad and trapped in a marriage, God forbid, with a child who isn't elevating my life. So on that note, if you are the type that wants to elevate your life, and you're a woman who is high achieving, and you want not just hear the information, but how to implement and integrate it and join my mastermind, drop me a DM and I will set you up with a free call to see if you can apply and fit in. I love you, I see you, and I believe in you. And I know that you are destined for greatness, not mediocrity. So believe in your greatness and be closed-minded to the general and be open-minded to your specific one, because you have taken the time to understand who is going to work with you in goodness and in love.